Alright, here we are, guys. We jumped right into the game because it seems that it stops recording in the menu when I try to go into it, so we'll just start here. Anyways, it says, this is our briefing. It says the Erie Canal opened the Great Lakes and the interior of the U.S. to the markets of the East Coast in 1825. Yada yada yada. For bronze, we have to get to Boston to Buffalo before 1866. For silver, it's before 1861. And for gold, it's going to be before 1856. Have some special conditions. Can't build unconnected track, and we can't resign or be removed as the chairman. Seems pretty simple. We're just going to jump right into it here. Go to this overlay and see we got any goods going on. It seems like we got some stuff over here between Allentown, Edison, New York. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're just gonna start in Boston, just kind of get a straight shot to where we're going. Or hold on, let's check out Buffalo area, or kind of these cities. Nah, we'll just start in Boston and see where that goes. So first, where is it? Gotta start a new company. Keep it Gateway Eastern. Not really too interested in changing that for this one. Go with that. Player investment, outside investment, we'll keep it all there just because that stuff kind of doesn't matter for this scenario. Anyways, go ahead and get started with a medium track there, and we'll just head on over to Worcester. And kind of need to avoid the red and yellow if possible. That makes your trains go slower and also makes your track more expensive. Put down a maintenance facility and a water tower. So between every route you make, you have to have at least one maintenance facility and a water tower. That way your trains can get serviced and the water towers give sand and water for your trains. Sand's for kind of getting some friction going up and down the hills, and the water obviously cools off your train. Anyways, go ahead. Got two options here. The planet does not, it's ultra cool, but it does not look like a good train. And we'll just go ahead and run with the Norris. Go ahead and max out the cargo, inner cargo. Yeah, there we go. First train, 30K. Since we have quite a bit of money, we'll just go ahead and connect to all the surrounding towns here. That. And the water tower right there. Bang, bang. Alright, that one's doing pretty well. We're gonna start off pretty well. Sometimes they start off with a pretty decent load, and then after that it kind of poops the bed for a little bit until the towns start growing. And Providence, one there. And we'll even come out to Manchester, just because the more connections you have, just gonna have to live with that. Kind of the more places cargo can go to and from. I don't know how good of a track that all's gonna be. That's gonna be tough for the trains to get up, but oh well. Any cargo, all or nothing. And might have enough money to get down to Springfield as well. Probably should have gone there instead of Manchester, but and going down this hill, gonna have to kind of make it a little switchbacky. a bit of a rough go. And we'll go ahead and bridge that across. That way we don't have to worry about building a bridge later. And you know what? We'll put down a medium station and put this up here. We might need 2 of these. And bang. Yikes, all or nothing. Alright, so I think we can go ahead and press play on this. See if our trains get going. Watch this guy. Go make us some money. Well, that's very nice. And bam. So we'll kind of wait on that for a little bit. Get going. Anyway, so I have to go before 1856, hopefully. We have to make it from Boston all the way over here to Buffalo. And there's going to be kind of 2 ways to go about that. Either, you can already see the route I've kind of decided to go. Oh, and here's some, looks like we have some competition. So a lot of the maps here are going to have other companies competing with. I imagine New York to Allentown are going to kind of just stay that. They might connect to Edison, Newton, maybe Newcastle, but outside of that, they won't really be much to reckon with, to be honest. But yeah, there's kind of 2 ways to go about this map. Either you can work your way kind of down here, down in New York, and then up this valley where it's a little more flat and around over, or you can kind of build up over here and then eventually wait for the money to make a tunnel, or just go over the mountains all the way over to Albany, and then from there kind of keep going. Usually I like to take the easy route and just go around down to New York and up the mountain, because you're making more money and it just might be cheaper in the long run. Anyways, we have quite a bit more cash here, so we can go ahead and farms in the way. Move on through to Hartford. Yikes. It's gonna be kind of tough to maneuver through. Let's go around this way. That'll be fine. Hartford's not. Okay, I don't really want to remake that track. Seriously? Whatever. Let's do that. That in. That. It looks like we can't buy planets anymore. And bang. And that's good for us. Economy growing, but increase their salary. It looks like made more profit than the other guys, so that's gotta be something, but it doesn't look like we're doing that great, to be honest. Let's see, what do we got here? So across the map, there's ports, you got farms, as you can see, that produce goods, and you got stuff that'll turn other goods into something else, and you know, your job's basically just to move that from where it is to somewhere where it has a demand for. So if you look at clothing, yeah, here's a good thing. So a textile mill will bring in cotton or wool and make it into clothes, and you can kind of see there's something that makes it. And then you can also see the things that will, well, that's for goods, not clothes. Whoops. The things, okay, that's just the wrong factory. the things that demand it. So all these down-facing triangles are, where demand is, and you can kind of see the more green an area is, the more they demand it, and the more red, no one lives over here, so why would we bring clothes there? The more red, the less they demand it. So it's kind of just, what's on here? Produce and meat. It's kind of just that balancing act between the two. Supply and demand. Where does stuff need to go? Also, another thing we can do is issue bond 10%. That's not very good, but I could take that if I wanted to get down to Bridgeport in a hurry. What's going on here? And once you get into your, once you click on a train, you can see how old it is. That one's running on 0 oil, probably because we forgot to put a maintenance center over here, or maintenance facility. Whoops. And that'll keep it from breaking down. Your trains will still run if they don't have oil or water or sand. They'll just have a much higher chance of breaking down, or, they'll just go a lot slower. Okay, probably get a better 8%. That's not terrible. I think we'll go ahead and take out a bond and come down to Bridgeport. So a bond is a pretty easy way to get some capital, and you just pay interest on that bond until you pay it off or it expires. One of the two. Uh-oh, I'm out of money. As you can see, that bond didn't really get me that far. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and just throw a train here and see. That'll make me be able to put down a water tower, and then it can kind of wait for a maintenance facility if it needs to. Actually, I can go ahead and put one down. And maybe someone wants to make some money. Possibly. Could take out another bond, but I don't know. That's kind of risque. Annoyed with my performance. It's not good. There we go. Let's go ahead and put that down. And then honestly, I mean, we can get a lower rated bond. Might as well get us over to New York. I don't know if it's going to help out that much. These bonds are pretty cheap. What I'll do is do that. It's probably not a good idea. Probably not a good idea. But what we could do is get some more trains going over here, and hopefully they'll be profitable. So that way stuff coming from Lowell and Providence doesn't just have to go to Boston and Worcester. It can kind of have a more linear flow to it, if that makes sense, I guess. Guess we can slowly start looking. Got a lot of trains, not making money. And you can see cargo, I mean, if we get to New York, it might be worth it, because there's a lot of stuff going to and fro. There's also a lot trying to get out of here as well. Oh, man, would it be worth it? I mean, let's do it. And if this kills our company, it kills our company. And if it ends up being a good idea, then now what I'm gonna do, okay, here's kind of another trick we can do to get some money. It's issue stock. And that can kind of raise money for us as well. There we go. Not taking anything back. Did that get... And the reason why I didn't just connect up to this line is because I don't want the other company running, because they can run on my lines if they want to and take cargo all the way up here, and then it's just, I'm basically going to be fighting them for every piece of cargo that's heading up this way or coming back this way, because I know they'll just buy trains and just have them all over the place over here. And they will have to pay me a fee to run on the track, but really don't want to have to deal with that. Yeah, I'd really rather not deal with them doing that. Is this actually connected? Good idea. Would we go to New York to the Poughkeepsie? We'll start building that track anyways. Now it's just kind of, I'm not going to take out any more bonds. That won't be a good idea whatsoever, just because, I mean, we're already paying interest on those, and that can be pretty hefty. Roll through here and we can see if, I mean, the trains are, this one's made a lot of profit, Springfield to Worcester, and we can kind of see the lifetime profit of each train. Which is nice, but you know, we've got other things to worry about, like track maintenance, facility maintenance, and that kind of stuff, unfortunately. And this guy needs a maintenance facility. He's not really making that much money either. Okay. Sorry. That's okay. We're still making money at the end of the day, just not as much as I wish we were. Remember the Alamo. 61K. Not too bad. And as the trains go along, they will lose. The profit will go down the longer it takes to get there. So the faster the trains get there, the better. Anyways, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thanks for listening. And if you liked the video and you want more content, go ahead and like the video and subscribe. Thank you.